What are the requirements to study abroad and when should I apply? It's very important to know the deadlines and start well in advance. Now, especially if you are applying to US, you have to make sure you start the process at least 18 months ahead. Whereas if you are applying to UK, it should be at least 1 year ahead. Now, there are other countries you can even apply 3 months before the admissions date. So there are requirements for different countries, different dates. It needs to be addressed differently. Now, document wise, most of the countries, they do ask for your mark sheets and it has to be translated in English. You will need 2 reference letters from teachers and you will need a statement of purpose which needs to be written, will give you the guidelines, and you will have to write, basically you have to tell them who you are and what your aspirations are. Now, standardized tests are there to be taken too, especially for English. There are so many of them, like the Pearson, they have the IELTS, they have the TOEFL. But if you're planning to apply to maybe 2 or 3 countries, it's always good to go for IELTS, which is recognized in all the countries, including US. Now, TOEFL is a requirement by the US universities, but they will also accept IELTS. So I would say that taking the IELTS test, it has to be the academic IELTS. It's very important that you don't take the general IELTS because that won't be accepted by the universities. For example, if you want to study in Germany, and especially if you want to go and do an undergraduate, you have to have minimum 13 years of education before you can go to university. Whereas the American curriculum, the Indian curriculum, the Pakistani curriculum, they have only 12 years of education. They will be not admitted into the public universities in Germany. So they have to do something called a student colleague, which is a foundation. Now, to do the foundation, you should have minimum B2 level of German language. So they have A1, A2, B1, B2, and each level takes 2 months. So basically you'll have to do the language for 8 months, then you do the student colleague, then you get to go to the university. So you'll be spending 18 months after you finish your grade 12 before you can go to the university. At the same time, if you go to UK with the CBSE curriculum, they can enter directly into university. Canada and US, they can go directly into university. But in Germany, it's a must that they should have minimum 13 years of